All right, let's get right into it. Today, we're tackling a huge question, one I see all the time. Can you actually make a real full-time income in Web3? We're going to break down a playbook for 2026 that's designed to take you from square one, literally $0, all the way to building a sustainable career in the blockchain world. But first, we have to start with a serious reality check. You see all the hype, right? It's everywhere. And look, the opportunities are absolutely genuine, but this is not a get-rich-quick scheme. I repeat, not. It's all about smart, consistent effort. Getting that in your head from day one is your first and maybe most important step to actually succeeding. Okay, so you're probably thinking, if it's so risky, where on earth do I even begin, right? How do you jump into this wild space and not get totally wiped out? Well, that is exactly what we're here to figure out step by step. I want you to think of Web3 as a new frontier. On one hand, you've got this incredible promise, a more open, decentralized internet where you have more control. But just like any frontier, it is filled with peril. There are traps everywhere. So our job today, it's to give you the map to navigate it. So let's start at the very beginning, the most accessible level there is. We'll call it the crawl phase. This is for absolutely everyone who wants to get their foot in the door without investing a single cent of their own money. The only thing you need to invest here is your time and a little bit of curiosity. So what's the best entry point for a total beginner? Airdrop farming, hands down. Now, in simple terms, new crypto projects need users, right? To get them, they often reward their earliest users with free tokens. That giveaway is called an airdrop. Your goal is to be one of those early active people they want to reward. So how do you do it? Well, it's not magic, it's just a process. First, you hunt for new, promising projects that don't have a token yet. Then, you become a real user. You use their test products, you try out the features, you make different kinds of transactions. And then comes the hardest part: patience. Seriously, airdrops can take months, sometimes longer, to actually happen. This is a long game. So where should you be looking? Where's the action at? These are the blockchain ecosystems that are expected to be hotbeds for airdrops moving forward. And the reason is simple. Most of them are newer, and they are fighting tooth and nail for users like you. An airdrop is one of their best weapons to get you on their side. This is your treasure map. Start here. Okay, here's another fantastic zero-cost strategy. What if you could get paid just to educate yourself about this crazy complex space? Well, you can. And that's the whole idea behind learn and earn platforms. Platforms like Learn Web3 or Layer 3 literally pay you to learn. They've got courses, quests, and little interactive tasks. As you finish them, you earn rewards. Sometimes it's NFTs that work like a diploma. Other times it's actual crypto tokens. You're building your knowledge and your wallet at the exact same time. It's a total win-win. All right, so you've crawled, you've learned the ropes, maybe you even snagged your first airdrop. Now it's time to level up. Welcome to the walk phase. This is where we make a really important shift, from investing only your time to putting a little bit of your capital to work for you. And the main way we're going to do that is something called staking. Now, the easiest way to think about this is like a high-yield savings account for your crypto. See, a lot of these networks need users to help them run. By locking up your coins, you're helping to validate transactions and keep the whole network secure. And for providing that service, the network pays you. And the potential return can be pretty great. We're talking typically in the range of 3 to 20% a year. Now, obviously, that's way higher than what you'd get at a bank, and that's because it comes with its own risks, right? The price of the coin could go down, but it's a really powerful way to make your assets start working for you instead of just sitting there. And now we get to the run phase. This is the pro path. This is where you evolve from being just a user or an investor into an active builder, a contributor. This right here is the most sustainable, long-term way to earn in Web3 because you're creating value with your skills, not just with your money. And don't think for a second this is just for coders. The opportunities are so broad. Yeah, sure, a good smart contract developer can make an insane salary. But every single one of these projects also desperately needs great community managers, marketers, and writers to help them grow. There is a high-value role for almost any professional skill set out there, as long as you're willing to adapt it for this new world. Okay, we've talked about earning, but earning money means absolutely nothing if you can't keep it safe. And that brings us to what is, without a doubt, the most important part of this entire explainer, your survival guide. How to stay safe in Web3. This is it. Rule number 1. This is the mindset you have to adopt. Be paranoid. Be skeptical of everything. I want you to question every link you click, every DM you get, every single promise that sounds even a little too good to be true. In Web3, a healthy dose of paranoia is your best friend. It's your #1 defense. So how do you spot the trouble before it finds you? It's pretty simple, actually. Scams almost always thrive on urgency and secrecy. They'll promise guaranteed returns and have anonymous teams. Legitimate projects are the complete opposite. They have clear public documents, a team that isn't afraid to show their faces, and a real community that you can actually talk to and verify for yourself. And here are 3 of the classic traps you need to watch out for. Phishing scams try to trick you with fake websites to steal your password, your private keys. Rug pulls are just what they sound like. Developers build something up, get your money, and then disappear. And honeypots? Oof, these are nasty. It's a special contract that lets you buy a token, but it's coded so you can never sell it. Know them so you can avoid them. Now, when it comes to investing, a simple way to manage your risk is the 80-10-10 rule. Keep the huge majority of your portfolio, like 80%, in the big, established blue-chip assets, like Bitcoin and Ethereum. Then, you can dedicate a smaller 10% slice to some promising but riskier projects. And that final 10%, that's for the wild, high-risk experiments, your moonshots. And this is the golden rule. You hear it all the time for a reason. Because it is absolutely 100% vital. This space is volatile and it's experimental. Only put in money that you would be perfectly fine with losing completely. This one principle, I promise you, will save you from financial ruin. Phew. Okay, we've covered the opportunities, the risks, and the survival tactics. Now let's pull it all together into a real, actionable plan you can start using today. This is your roadmap for your very first month in Web3. Okay, week 1, you just build your foundation. Get a secure wallet set up, learn the security basics, and knock out a few of those learn and earn courses. Week 2 is all about action. You get your hands dirty, start exploring a handful of potential airdrops, and join their communities. Then, by weeks 3 and 4, you'll start to get a feel for what you actually enjoy, and you can focus your energy there and start tracking your progress. See? A clear, totally manageable path. So there you have it. A playbook for navigating the promise and the peril of making a living in Web3. The path from crawling to walking to running is all laid out. The information is here, the plan is clear. So the only real question left is, are you ready to take that first step?